Remember, we always want to start off by plugging in the numbers. So here we've got a value of 4. I'm going to simply start off by plugging 4 in and see what I get out. 4 squared minus 15, 16 minus 5 is 11. So we got a number value out. That is the limit. End of story. We don't have to do any more. Now over to our second problem. Again, if we've got a fraction this time, so we think there could be problems here. So let's plug in the numbers and see. I'm going to write it out. 4 squared plus 4 plus 2 over 4 plus 1. We're going to get a 5 in the denominator. That tells us that we're for sure going to get an answer here. 4 squared, 16 plus 4 more is 20, plus 2 is 22. So our answer is 22 over 5. That's what the limit is. We got a number, end of story. No more to do. What about if trig's involved? Well, you need to get into the habit of knowing what these trig values are, because if you remember from previous courses, we talked about hand trig. We talked about learning the different trig functions based on using your hand. If you don't recall that, there's a handout on Moodle that goes over that with you. But we need to evaluate these without the use of the calculator. In an AP setting, in an exam setting, we would not expect you to use your calculator to solve something like this. So the limit as x approaches 0 of tan x. Well, if you don't remember tan, you should remember at least that tan is sine over cosine. So we need to evaluate what is the sine. What's the value of the sine at 0? It is 0. What is the value of the cosine at 0? It is 1. Can that number be simplified? Since the denominator is a number, yes it can, and we get a final answer of 0. So this is our limit now. And let's look at this problem. As x approaches pi, so we're going to simply put in pi everywhere. Pi, cosine pi. We don't have any fractions, so we should get an answer out. We've got pi times, what's the cosine of pi? The cosine is -1 when we get to pi, so we get an answer of -pi for this particular problem.